Well, I hope none of the material I told tonight upset you too much, especially the political stuff. And if it did, I hope you can just kind of grow up and get the fuck over it and stop being such a crybaby. You have too much of that right now. We have too many people that just want to wallow in their own echo chamber and just refuse to hear any other dissenting points of view. And that is not a healthy way to have a society. Right? There's always going to be a lot of different opinions. The best way to have a healthy society is to have compromise and discourse. But we don't do that right now as a society, right? We just scream at each other. Like we're in a relationship of sorts. And so we should communicate and talk things out and work on it. Like no relationship counselor worth half a shit, seeing a couple having trouble, would advise them to do what we do as a society right now. No one would be like, hey, all right guys, stand on other sides of the room and fucking scream at each other. Plug your ears, don't listen to the other person, never back down, never apologize. That's what we do, it's crazy. I wish we had more people like my Grandpa Ward. He was great at hearing other people's opinions. Right, he lived in this tiny little town in Idaho, Riggins, for his entire adult life. And he would have this weekly breakfast with these other guys where they would discuss politics, religion, everything for the last few decades of his life. He was a Democrat. Not religious. They were Republican. They were religious. They disagreed on so much. They argued. Things got heated. But at the end of the breakfast, they would still respect each other, shake hands, and agree to meet the next week. And when he was on his deathbed, yeah. And when he was on his deathbed the last, couple weeks of his life, and he was too sick to go to the diner, those same guys were the ones who came to him and kept those talks going, right? And finally, after all those years, when he was near death and no longer worried about consequences, he killed him. He had enough of their shit. And he left the world a better place than he found it. No, he kept those talks going right until the end. It was beautiful. And those were the guys who cried the hardest at his funeral. It was a beautiful thing. And I think if we could do that as a society, keep talking, not give up on each other, be tenacious, persevere, keep pushing forward when times get tough, life could be better than it's truly ever been. But we got to work hard to get there and not give up.